Hey there. Are you giving up alcohol in the new year? What's today, the 4th or 5th of January? You might be seeing this later. But are you giving up alcohol? Is your plan to quit drinking? I want to ask you a question. W- If you're giving it up, I hope you've got a plan. So let's just go on the assumption you do, you have a plan. And I can talk more about that. But what I really want to ask you is have you extended that plan to include what are you going to do if you have a setback? What are you going to do the day or the minute that you fall off the wagon? Or maybe you're not quitting alcohol. Maybe you've got other New Year's resolutions. Maybe it's something else. It doesn't matter. I want to know if you have an actual plan in place for when things go awry. One of the things that is really irks me, I guess irks is the word, is we don't plan for setbacks. We don't plan for failure. I'm not saying that we expect to fail. In fact, I'm a big proponent of getting in the mind, I'm going to fail. I'm not going to fail. Or sorry, I'm going to succeed. We feed the subconscious with positive thoughts. But let's be realistic. How many New Year's resolutions in the past have gone awry? How many times have we failed? Do we just give up then? Oh, I wasn't going to drink. Here I am. It's only the third week of January, and here I am having some wine. Oh, well, I'll try again next year. So that's what I'm saying. What about a backup plan for what are you going to do when you haven't followed through on your plan? How about getting right back up and starting over again? If we're serious about our plans, our goals, whether it's weight loss or giving up alcohol or whatever it is, why don't we just plan in advance not to fail? Our plan, of course, is to go through. But if something does go awry, let's be mentally prepared to say, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get up the next day and I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to say, I'm just going to keep right on going. That's just one blip on the radar. That's not the end of the world. I'm not going to just go, well, I drank yesterday. I might as well have another one today. This is what most people do. Seen this over and over and over again. Well, I blew it now. You know, or it starts out small. So first we go a few weeks and we're on track, and then something comes up. We have a glass of wine or a beer or something, and we think, okay, no, that's okay. That's fine. And you get back on. You get back on that wagon, back on the horse, whatever you want, metaphor you want to use, and we keep going. Then it happens again, and then we think, no, no, I'll keep. And then a little bit of time goes by and it happens again. And slowly, the time between the slips gets smaller until all of a sudden we wake up, open our eyes, look around, and realize we're right back where we started before the 1st of January, or before the resolution, or before the plan, or before whatever. We just slowly slip right back into the old plan. So, one of the ways to prevent this is not to do this alone. We get others on board. We get into a community. You've got that person over there, and that person over there, and that person over there, and they're all doing the same thing we are, and it keeps us on track. When you're not on the days when you're kind of off, they're on, and when they're off, you're on, and so on and so forth. This is the power of community. Over and over again, studies have proven that anything that we're trying to undertake to change is so hard for us humans. It is so hard. We get into these habits and oh my goodness, it's hard. The weight loss industry, billions and billions of dollars. We all know how to lose weight. We all know that we just need to exercise more and eat less and put something vaguely like that together and you're going to lose weight, right? We know how to do it. We know how to quit drinking. We know how to quit smoking. What we need, the magic ingredient that's missing, is each other. We need to get ourselves into a community. We need others. So somebody popping into your world. Maybe it's a text every day. It says, how's we doing? Are we on track today? And so on. This is going to be my mantra until I'm blue in the face, reminding you that you need a community with you. But anyway, got a little sidetracked there. Hope you got your community. In addition to that, make a plan for when things go awry. So if things aren't going perfectly, maybe you laid out a perfect plan of how you're going to stay alcohol free and things go awry and it slowly starts falling apart. Don't let it slowly start falling apart. One slip does not set us the clock back to zero. Okay, any day that if you're one of those people that's counting alcohol free days and you get like 37 of them or something and then slip, you're not at zero. You still have 37 days alcohol free. They may not be consecutive because you got one blip and then back to one. It doesn't matter. It really irritates me when I see people lose all faith and lose heart and feel like such a loser because they had so much time and then drank. And then it's like, well, I mean, all of the energy just goes out of them. I could see it. You know, this happened with people in my coaching program. They get time behind them. They have a slip, and then it's just it's so devastating. And it happened to me over and over again. I was in many 12 step programs or the 12 step program many times in my life. And this was the trap that I got into. I was counting days, and other people were involved in counting days, and they're counting days, and everybody's counting, and then slipped to the point where I didn't even go back. I'm like, this is too humiliating. How do I go back and say, well, I had 4 months and 3 days and now I have nothing? That's how it felt. I didn't have nothing. I had 4 months and 3 days, right? So just be prepared, just in case things don't go quite as smoothly as you thought. That's okay. You can just get right back up and keep going. Don't let it slowly disintegrate to where you're just like, I don't know, I tried. Oh well, maybe I'll muster up the energy again at some point and start over. And again, the way we do this and make sure it doesn't happen is we get ourselves into a community. Okay, so there it is. Have a backup plan. And I don't mean a plan to fail. There's a fine line here, by the way. We want to be really careful we're not giving ourselves an excuse to drink. Well, I tell you what I'll do. When I do drink, here's what I'll do. Becca said, have a plan. It's not permission to drink. With all our might, we want to stay on track. We said we would be on track. We're on track. We've got our community. We made a commitment. We wrote it down. We have a plan. But just in case, I want you to know that when and if that day comes, just start right back on the horse. Do not let it be disheartening. Do not let it pull you right back down to where you're, I give up. That's what happened to me so many times. I ended up wasting years and years and years and years and years because I just felt so disheartened and so embarrassed and so humiliated and so full of shame and so weak and all of those things. Look, you try your best. And if things go wrong, you just keep trying. Look, the only way to fail is to quit. We all know this. The only way to fail is to give up. So no matter what you're trying, keep trying, no matter how messy it is. That was another thing that I did wrong. I wanted it to be clean. I wanted to have, this is my date, my clean, this is where everything changed, and look how beautiful and clean my life has been ever since. It doesn't happen that way. It never happened that way. I happen to have a few years of sobriety now, but it wasn't clean. It was messy, especially in the beginning. So that's fine. That's okay. So what? We're human, right? Please do not let yourself fall apart. Do not feel guilt. Do not feel shame. Do not beat yourself up if things go awry. And please make sure you've got some support. You can email me. It's in the information is here somewhere around this video if you want to join my community. But find yourself the support you need, whether it's a coach or a counselor or a community or 12-step or something, but do something so that you're not alone and you've got others rooting for you when you're onward and upward. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving me some of your time, which is so precious. Sending you love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.